All right, my friends, so I just got my blood work done. As you can see here, I'm getting ready. I got some time to kill for physical therapy, so I came by the Starbucks to get some Joe, because when you get your blood work done, you can't I'm not driving, by the way. I'm sitting here waiting in the Starbucks, waiting in the line to drink my coffee. Anyway, if you get your blood work done, you're supposed to fast, and it's critical that you do that because they want to get a good gauge, a true gauge of your triglycerides, your HDL, your LDL, and whatnot to see what kind of risk you are for a heart attack. So I figured I'd come by, it's time to kill for my physical therapy and just chat with you. Chat. And so I'm sitting here at Starbucks. Well, a couple things. It's funny about triglycerides and HDL and LDL. When I got probably 2013 or 14 or something like that, I went to get life insurance through USAA, and I had to get my blood work done and all that, and my triglycerides were through the roof. And so they basically were going to give me, or they were going to give me life insurance, but they were going to give me a rating as if I was a smoker, essentially. And I wasn't, but my triglycerides were through the roof because I was eating like crap. I would always eat. I love Triscuits right before bed. I'd eat Triscuits right before bed. That's just horrible. So it's kind of heavy, and I'm still kind of heavy, but it's kind of heavy then. Not in very good shape, that's for sure. Triglycerides are high, LDL was high, HDL was low, and you want those things to be switched. So when I got, that was the impetus for me to start saying, yeah, maybe I need to change something. So I read my man Gary Taubes' Why We Get Fat book, and I went low carbs for about, and I went heavy for about 3 months. I was probably down to 175, 170 maybe, and it actually kind of looks sickly, kind of like Bill Clinton and Al Sharpton look now. Their heads are big, but their bodies are just, it didn't look healthy. Wait, but I went back, and about a year later, I got my underwriting done, and my triglycerides were dropped like a brick in water. LDL was low, HDL was high. Lots of studies now say that LDL is not really reflective of your ability for a future heart attack. Triglycerides and HDL are still important, so you still want your HDL to be high. You want your triglycerides to be low. The irony of it all, though, is everyone's like, you shouldn't go on a low-carb, high-fat diet because you're going to be cholesterol from the eggs, and the meat, the fat is bad, and blah, 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 and blah. And when I did it, the exact opposite happened, which what Gary Taubes said. He said, nope, you're going to lose. He didn't say about triglycerides, but he says you'll lose weight, you'll have more energy, you'll eat less, and all that stuff came to fruition. It was nuts. And then I got underwritten from Health IQ. I said, well, screw USA, I'll go to Health IQ, because by then I was pretty heavy into weightlifting, and they do life insurance based on if you're a marathon runner, a biker, a swimmer, a weightlifter, and they ask you these very specific questions for that capacity. So I can't remember what they asked, but they asked for weightlifting and stuff. 25 pretty specific questions that if you weren't a weightlifter, you would not know the right answers. I guess you could Google them. I can't remember if they had a time clock. I can't remember, but either way, I passed. I got their best underwriting, and even though my BMI was high, because as a weightlifter, you're going to have a body mass index that looks obese, which it did. Triglycerides were low. My HDL was high, my BMI was high relative to a 5'9" body, a frame. I shouldn't be 195 pounds, I should be less. But because Health IQ actually has common sense, they gave me the best underwriting. I should see if Health IQ should sponsor the podcast. Are you familiar with Health IQ? You know their marketing team? Tell them to sponsor the YouTube channel, huh? Because I did not like Policy Genius. They sponsor a lot. In fact, listen to Bill Burr. Just listen to him right now, and he has an ad for Policy Genius. I didn't like them at all. Health IQ I liked, because Health IQ, they do it specific to who you are as an athlete or whatever it is. Whereas Policy Genius, I think I told you, I emailed them to ask about second to die life insurance, and the information the dude gave me was bad. So I was like, yeah, I can't do that. All right, so what's the moral of this story here today? I do have something I want to share with you, financial related. Josh, sometimes you go on these non-financial related tangents. I'm going to unsubscribe. Well, this is financial related. Stay tuned. So you see this cup right here? Cup of Starbucks. All right, so I like Starbucks. Well, it's on sale at Costco in the little K-Cups. I will pay a premium for Starbucks. Otherwise, I'll go to Walmart and get their French roast, which I like too. But I like Starbucks just a wee bit better. As my kin in the home country would say, wee bit. Anyway, the point though, you can't see this, but there's a Starbucks right here. You got a Fuzzy's Taco Shop, and you got a Mattress Firm right there. You got the entrance to the this whatever this thing is, strip mall over here. It is now about 9:20 in the morning, and that line has been full the whole time I've been here. I've been in here almost an hour now, probably 45 minutes. That line has been full from basically off the this is called Windward Parkway right there. You take it right off Windward Parkway to get into this shopping center, and that whole line has been full of people waiting to get their Starbucks. I hate sitting in line, so I park and I drive. I walk up there and I got served just like that. But that, again, this whole thing is swamped with just Starbucks people. No one's going to Mattress Firm. I wouldn't imagine anyone's going to Fuzzy Tacos, but right now it's all Starbucks or bust. So what's the point of this? Well, Graham Stephan, or Steven, whatever his name is, he did a video a few weeks ago, which I thought was pretty interesting. He held a cup of coffee. He said, is this coffee costing you $1 million at retirement? His take was that all these people of Susie Ormans of the world say, just give up your Starbucks, you'll be worth $1 million in retirement. It's just stupid to look like that, to think about it like that. And the reason for that is because people enjoy their Starbucks. They enjoy it. It's part of the routine. It's part of in the morning, what gets them motivated to get up and go to their crappy old jobs, to get that first taste of coffee at Starbucks. And so for Susie Ormans and all these other people say, just give up your Starbucks, you'll have $1 million more in retirement. You're like, dude, I'm 35. Well, let's say you're 35 years old. You're like, well, I'm 35 years old today. I want my Starbucks now. I get to enjoy the dopamine hit today. The dopamine hit that I'll get potentially in the future will be 30 years from now. There's no, it's one in the hand is better than two in the bush. Another reason why people take Social Security early, by the way, they're saying, I could take Social Security now and get money, or I could wait till later and get more money, but I like the money now. Human nature. We have an immediate need to satisfy today. Worry about the future in the future. And so all these people say, they bag on Starbucks. In fact, this is just event day. $2.50. Is that more than I pay in my K-Cup? Sure. Is it, do I do this every day? No. But if I were to do it every day, would I be chastised by Susie Orman? Sure. But who gives a crap? I like it today. I need it today. And it is kind of like a need. Once you develop a habit, it becomes an addiction of some sort, where it gets you on that pattern that you're used to. And that can go both directions. It can go positive, it could go negative. For me, I enjoy waking up about 5 in the morning. I enjoy my first cup of coffee, and that gets me out of bed. Knowing at 5 in the morning, I get my first cup of coffee, and I get some quality work done at that point. And once you develop the habit, it's hard to kick. And for that, it's a good habit for me to have. So I'm watching Graham, and I agree with that 100%. The idea that we're going to build your retirement plan on doing things, on making you do things you don't want to do, it's never going to happen. So there's a guy named Aaron Helmsley, something like that, who I came across in 2005 when I became a stockbroker with Legg Mason. And he had these cassettes, Maximize Sales, I think it's Maximize Sales, right here. I got on CDs now. You should get this. This thing is freaking, I'm telling you right now. I don't care what line of work you're in. I don't care if you're in sales. Any kind of thing you're trying to accomplish. My man Aaron Helmsley, let me see, it's Helmsley, Hemsley. Hemsley. I don't even know if he's still with us, or he stepped out of the business because his daughter Darcy Hemsley Brown runs it. I tried to get her on the podcast last year. We didn't make it happen. I'll try again, but she's great. Anyway, the issue is that Aaron talks about is that and this is what he talks about, why so many people fail out of the financial advisory business, life insurance business, just basic sales, is because the reward is delayed, but the pain is immediate. And so what happens is, if hey, just what do I have to do to succeed? You got to see the people. All right, so I'm going to go see the people. They're all going to tell me no. Well, that sucks. Yeah, but two of those people are going to tell you yes. Okay, that's great. But when does the dopamine kick, i.e. the payoff, come? Well, I'm being told no 98 times out of 100 today, and I'm going to get the dopamine rush with the payoff 4 weeks from now in a commission check. Does that make sense? So it's painful, day in, day out, and then 4 weeks later I get a commission check, which I cannot attribute to anything directly. So I can say, well, I got this commission check, but my mind says for work I previously did, but that work I did previously was so painful, I can't say that specific action allowed me to enjoy this dopamine rush I'm getting today, because they're incongruent. So these little cuts of no, I got a yes, but the yes doesn't actually pay off until 4 weeks from now when I get that commission check, is fundamental life changing for me. The pain, even if it's small pains, 100 people telling you no, 100 people telling you no, 100 people telling you no, to the huge benefits in the future. But you just like say, it's just like Social Security. It's just like getting rid of your Starbucks. At some point, the pain becomes so overwhelmingly debilitating that it doesn't matter what the huge payoff is going to be in the future. It just does not. So you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's too painful. And I just thought that was so fundamental for anything you do. Anything you do, it's too painful. And so what Aaron's talking about, he says, what you got to do is you got to turn that pain into a pleasure activity, if that makes sense. And we're not talking, I mean, smoking dope and whatever. But he says acknowledge that every activity you do, be it going to the gym, be it cold calling, be it writing your chapter of your novel, everything you do, reward yourself immediately. Have an immediate reward to compensate for that immediate pain. And it's fundamental. So Aaron, he was saying, so basically, let's just say you're cold calling like I used to do. I used to make 100 to 125 cold calls a day. I did 10,000 cold calls in 2007. 10,000, because I charted them. Because I followed Aaron Hemsley. And I said, I can do this. Because it's like, I said, I don't care. I'm just going to say this. People can take it or leave it. I don't care, because what's happening is every single time I pick up the phone and make a call, I'm rewarding myself. Because the pain is being told no. Because what happens is a lot of people say that hurts so much because they're telling me personally no. Me personally. And then what Aaron says, no, they're not. They're just saying no. And what you guys say, who cares? I literally don't care what that person says. Only thing I care about is what I do. I don't care what the end result is, because I can't control the end result, but I can control the inputs. I control the input, I can't control the output. Did you plant some freaking kale today? That's the input. You can't control the output, but you can control the input. And if you plant a kale today, the output probably is going to come to fruition, but might not. But either way, it will not come to fruition if you don't plant the friggin' kale. So the issue is you got to plant the kale. You got to pick up the phone. So Aaron would say, here's some M&Ms. And every time once you pick up the phone, give yourself an M&M. You dial, give yourself an M&M. The guy picks up, give yourself an M&M. Even though you can't control the guy picking up, but you did not hang up when the guy picked up, give yourself an M&M. You give your pitch. You say, hey, Joe, I got some University of Virginia tax-free bonds. And the guy says, give yourself an M&M. And that's what he's saying. Let me turn this. Hold on just a second. Hold on. I got some people sitting right here while I'm yapping, so it's kind of embarrassing. There we go.